Welcome everybody to How Fast Will It Go, and today we're dealing with the 2012 Pagani Huayra. Now this has 976 horsepower, 967 pounds-feet of torque from a 6.2 litre twin turbocharged V12 engine. The car itself now weighs 2,782 pounds, has all-wheel drive, and it can now do 0 to 60 in 1.823 seconds and 0 to 103.642 seconds. So we've already had the BC version of the Huayra out before, which managed 267 miles an hour. So it's going to be interesting to see what this more stock version can do in comparison to that. But the impressive thing about this isn't just the acceleration, but also the fact it has nearly as much torque as it does have horsepower. So even though it's not got the most horsepower in the world, its torque is hopefully going to make up for that. So yeah, let's get out there and see what this car can do. Ludicrously quick in terms of acceleration already. As we come out of this tunnel. Now the thing with the BC is that had fixed aerodynamics, so it's interesting to see if this can go any quicker without them. So that's 254, 5, that's 260, 262 before we had to let off. So it's about 5 miles an hour off the BC version. Which I think actually had more horsepower as well than this, so yeah, we don't have the aerodynamics, the aerodynamic downforce that plagued the BC, but neither did we have quite as much power. So yeah. $262 is not bad, so let's get around this roundabout and see if we can improve upon that. Certainly not the worst top speed that we've had on this series so far, especially when you consider this doesn't even have 1,000 horsepower, which many cars that do have more than that have been slower than this, so it's still fairly impressive. Oops, easy, hit that Fiesta and then inevitably hit the Mini. Certainly reasonably agile for a car that has minimal downforce. At least minimal downforce in comparison to the BC, which, you know, that massive rear spoiler has plenty of it. To be able to handle 230 around that corner as well is mightily impressive. So even though it's not the fastest car out there, it's one of the more agile ones. Which, considering it's dealing with all-wheel drive, which it never had originally, is impressive. Yeah, it's really lacking in that extra oomph, really, to really make the most of its aerodynamic sleekness and decent amount of torque. So yeah, 262 miles an hour there, so that's 5 miles an hour slower than the BC, which is a bit of a shame, but it does at least match the TVR Tuscan S, Ferrari F50 GT, the Noble M600, and the Pontiac Firebird Trans Am GTA. It's quicker than a Ford Sierra Cosworth RS500, Alfa Romeo 155 Q4, 2018 version of the BMW M5, the Eagle Speedster from the same year as this, as well as other same kind of era, you know, sports cars, hypercars, supercars, Porsche 911 GT3, Aston Martin DB10, Lexus RCF, Chevrolet Corvette ZR1, Spania GTA Spano, and the old Polo Intensa Emozioni. But yeah, it's not just slower than the BC as well, it's also slower than a TVR Cerberus Speed12, a Formula Drift Chevrolet Corvette, TVR Griffith, Zenvo TSRS, BMW M3 GTR, and a Porsche Carrera GT. So yeah, not mightily impressive in terms of top speed, but it's got really good acceleration in the first 100-200 mile an hour or so, and yeah, really rather agile as well. So yeah, probably a good all-rounder car, because, you know, 262 mile an hour is hardly slow, but it makes up for that lack of speed in comparison to other cars with its agility, handling, and ease of use. So yeah, overall solid, but yeah, certainly done better, especially with the Lamborghini Rebenton in the previous episode. Nonetheless, thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.